Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and I've been playing this world for almost 10 hours now, 49 Minecraft days, and would you guess the size of this world? It's 0.2 megabytes. Superflat worlds are the most efficient way to play, if for some reason your biggest limiting factor is space, and one of my big goals in this Superflat world is to get as many piglins as possible, well, or rather zombified piglins, so I can get gold, which is why I'm going to breed all of my pigs at least once, and then wait for them to breed, and do it again in a minute. It's currently raining, which means I might just be about to get my first taste of gold in this world's history. Additionally, what I'm going to be doing today is hoping for a wandering trader, because right now, the biggest thing that's stopping me from getting reliable wooden tools, I have a very finite amount of wood right now, is I need to get a sapling from the wandering trader. If I get an apple from him, I'll be able to eventually get my hands on villagers, but that's all a big if based on what he offers me. Anyway, hello everyone, I am IBX Toycat. Welcome to the live stream today. I'm going to be playing my Superflat Survival World, and I'm going to be staying up quite a few nights, so we'll probably get less progress in terms of days played, but it's going to be worth it because we'll get more progress in terms of everything else. So we're going to come in here and just breed a few more pigs if we can, making sure to get as many of these carrots in there as possible. We want to eventually get to the point where there's an ungodly number of pigs, where it slows down my world, just for the benefit of getting as many zombie piglins as possible. You can see that we've already got plenty of pigs, but again, I'm hoping for far more. And as soon as, by the way, lightning does strike, I'm going to break one block here to make sure that nothing else can be lit on fire. I might even place a block above the lightning rod. That seems like a good idea to me. We could probably do it now, actually, but yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today, and we're also going to be working on a mob grinder. I think I've finally decided on a design. It's not going to be the most efficient, but if I don't get any wood, which I keep thinking I'm a minute away from wood, and I've been thinking that for hours now, we'll be good. So let's come and do another breeding wave of the pigs. Just come through here, offer them some carrots, and hopefully that results in good stuff. So hello everyone, how's it going? Happy Wednesday, everybody. I've had a very productive Wednesday. I had a pretty good one. I decided, so this is like, I think I jokingly mentioned it's no editing week before. So I just decided, like, you know, I'm just going to play with vibrant visuals for just hours, and then that can be a video. I don't know what type of video, but it will be a video, that's for sure. And I had a great time playing today. I think just, I sometimes mention the idea that, like, being a YouTube, you know, like being a gaming YouTuber doesn't mean you get to play games a bunch necessarily, because you have to spend so much time, you know, working out how it is conducive to content or whatever. Because people don't want to watch someone just playing games; they want to do it, see it in a way that perhaps they wouldn't play themselves. So I just decided to, like, you know, no. I'm just gonna play Minecraft the way I would play myself, but with vibrant visuals on, and I had a great time. Looking forward to hopefully sharing that with you sometime soon. By the way, this is Chris. The days structure spawn in Superflat worlds changed this series forever. Yeah, I will totally, like, edit my save file to make sure that setting is enabled, because it will probably have to be new worlds only for a bit. I think that would revolutionize everything, but also a part of me thinks, you know what, I think literally just customizing the blocks or the biomes, that would be enough for me. That would already allow me to do things with, like, foxes or, like, yeah, I think Ultra Flat is obviously the best way to play hardcore flat, but I think this one's great too. Also, here's a fun idea: play vibrant visuals with the programmer art textures. I saw you did a little bit of that yourself, KMB. It looks kind of fun, actually. It does look very, very silly to combine such an old school thing with such a new school thing. Anyway, yeah, also Nana says I haven't been to school this whole week. You know, if you'll believe it, Nana, neither have I. Neither have I. So 8 more pigs to breed, and then that's as many as I think we're getting without some serious growth in this farm. I could waste a few bones on it, but I'm not sure that I necessarily am going to, because assuming that it's not even thundering right now, I'm not even guaranteed to get a good return from it. So let's come around for another breeding wave. Eventually we'll get to the point where the pigs literally can't breed, by the way. That's going to be a problem when that happens. But we haven't gotten there yet. Everything is working just fine. And presumably, based on all the sparkles coming out, things are going just great. So, yeah, I now have to make some decisions about what my big priority is going to be today. And I think I'm going to make a weird one, and I'm going to dig my underground tunnel, chat. I think that is going to be one of my stranger priorities, because I'm waiting for all these carrots to grow. I'm waiting for thunder anyway, but I do need to get my hands on a lot of dirt because I'm building a mob grinder exclusively out of it. It's going to look silly, but it's going to be like a cool part of the world skyline. And so yeah, let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Oh, my controller is dead. That is a surprise and never happens. Oh, somehow my controller dying has just broken... Chat, can you see me right now? It's just broken my stream. How does that happen? How is my controller in any way linked to... Okay, yep, okay, it's broken. My whole thing just crashed. If we could wait into the night for lightning to spawn, and I think very well it may do that, or we could take the slightly unique decision to not do that. Okay, so hear me out here. The reason that I would not do that, you know, there is a debatable reason for me to do that. So the best reason to not do that, as I may very well decide is important, is because if I wait through the night, I might get lightning to spawn, which would give me zombified piglins. However, right now if lightning strikes, I get fewer zombified piglins than I'd like. But it's still better to get them... It's still better to have lightning and it be at a bad time than to not have lightning. It's not like I can save the lightning for later. The moment I go to sleep, the odds of lightning drops to 0, whereas tonight it's maybe, you know, like 1 in 9 or something, because it's raining, you know, and therefore we just have to wait for the thunder timer to begin. Will that happen? It's at least debatable, I think. But yeah, what I'm thinking of doing as a result, because I think going out and killing mobs is going to be a poor use of my life, is I think I'm just going to start digging my underground tunnel so that all of my crops grow, while it's raining, by the way, because I think crops grow better in the rain. I've heard that, certainly. It's one of those facts that feels so true that you forget whether it actually is, which is the most problematic type of fact, I would say. And yeah, we're going to start digging our tunnel under the world right now. This underworld tunnel is going to be a great way for me to get some dirt, but it's also going to allow me to move between places in a way that isn't going to attract any mobs, because mobs cannot spawn on Bedrock. I'm going to need to let some light in here, which might actually ruin the entire thing. Although I can make light, because look at this. Redstone torch. Yeah, look at that. I don't need no light when I've got redstone torches in my life. It's actually kind of cool that this will be like an emergency series of tunnels in that way. So I'm confused. Do slimes not spawn on new Superflat? They do, Alex C, but I've spent a substantial part of my world removing all of the slime chunks. If you go up and if you look in above the surface, you'll notice that they're all spawning in these little prisons. I put all of my slime spawning chunks into prison, which was a good idea if you ask me. So yeah, we have light, and we can just move the light from place to place whenever we need it. And now, great. So this tunnel needs to go this way a bunch, and then it needs to probably cut diagonally. But I think to keep things simple, we'll just run it under the world at these coordinates, and we'll just see where this takes us. Worst case, we're getting some random dirt from underneath the world and making a very long straight tunnel. Best case, this turns out to be something incredible. Also, don't get too greedy. Last time the pigs broke the space-time continuum. Oh, that's an interesting point. Let's see if that's happened again. So if I punch the zombie and he... Okay, so that's a good sign that it's not happening that way. But I will... That's actually a good... Also, something just broke. That's a good reminder that I shouldn't breed too many pigs yet. I should wait until lightning strikes and then breed the pigs? No, that doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a... There's a struggle between don't get too greedy and make sure I have the pigs when lightning arrives. You can see how there's a conflict between those emotions. So yeah, Toycat has bad lip syncing today. Refresh the stream when that happens. It's a YouTube issue, right? So I'm sending YouTube my video and my audio, and they're perfectly in sync when they get to YouTube, and even if they're not, they fix it. But sometimes on the playback, YouTube breaks it, because maybe especially when the stream starts and stops, my audio and my video will start and stop at different times, hypothetically, and so it doesn't know when to restart them both. By the way, this tunnel's very nice, but it does have mobs in there. Do you think the zombie broke down the door? No! I can't believe he did that. Okay, so I wasted a whole door. Okay, so we're just going to put that there. The zombie's easy to deal with. The creeper is less easy to deal with. I'm just going to one-hit the creeper. And that was very strange what happened with the zombie, but we'll have to kill him too. I wasted an entire door on this, and we have to one-hit another creeper. We're in a very rough position, if I'm being honest with you, actually. Not a good position to be in at all. But I think having this hidey tunnel in existence, at least, will bring me some benefit, maybe. Or maybe it'll just bring me pure pain. Yeah, I think that kind of puts the nail in the coffin of, like, should I be here anymore? The answer sure is, you know, vibing like it's a no, right? The answer sure is feeling like maybe if I got out of here, I might be happier. So I'm going to dig this tunnel this way, where I believe there's a destroyed chunk already. Minus 28 might be slightly wrong, but I think over here, we should mine into the chunk we've already destroyed in that direction. Could be wildly wrong there. Having doors on this would really make me feel more secure, but we'll get doors in the future, I guess. It sucks to waste pale oak, because we might not get pale oak saplings for a while, especially 4 of them. But for now, this is working just great. I think we go to bed. I think that is the solution. So I'm going to infinity this guy, because I want to specifically get more arrows from him that I can use in the future. And that seems to work just fine. Yeah, I think the risks have just become too high tonight. I'm going to make sure that there are a bunch of good mobs that will die in the morning. Oh, you know what? Let's get some zombies to follow me. I think that's always a good use of the nighttime. Is killing zombies with my fist, except I'm making a mob grinder. So maybe even that is kind of stupid, actually. Maybe that is itself not a good idea. So let's just go to sleep. Let's hope that the creeper isn't following me too closely. And let's hope that by the time I wake up in the morning, I'm still alive. Just in time for another zombie to break it down. I know, right? So it's such a pain. So that skeleton is going to die. These guys are also going to die. I think I'd like to punch them at least once to make sure if they do die, I'm entitled to their iron drop. Did I get it? No, I did not. Is that skeleton alive somehow? Damn it. You know, it's annoying that they know how to, you know, like, they know how to hold themselves up in there. Okay, easy peasy sorted. Oh. Speaking of easy peasy, oh, so check tips when you're safe. Thank you, Pogo. I have lots to say, so I tip less money more frequently. You saw my last tip. I missed it. Conveniently timed to the stream crashing. More wifey tax. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's an interesting, like, it's an interesting balance of streams, right? Like, some streams go the route of saying, basically never will we have text-to-speech interrupt the stream. You're here for the stream. The tips are if you want to do it. And some streams go, no, yeah, if you tip, no matter what I'm doing, I will redirect my attention to you. If it kills me, I will do that for the 99-cent tip, right? And so there's a little bit of a balance you have to play when your goal is to, you know, speak to as many people as possible. I don't know if we get it perfect or anything. Also, should we take the redstone out of here and put it in there? I think we should. So we've got 29 redstone dust now. Like, we can really start redstone torching that whole place up, which I think is kind of cool. And yeah, my basic plan here is just to go destroy some more blocks, use those blocks to make that big thing there, but without losing access to these carrots. I want to make sure these carrots are loaded in while I do my block destruction. And so we're going to dig the underground tunnel because I think it is important. So this block, this area over here is at X8. So I actually should be able to dig into this just great. And we want to be able to dig into basically all of our areas via this secret tunnel, with the idea being that I should have a secret underground way to get places. Partially because it will look kind of cool. Like, don't you agree? Regardless of the functionality of this, it's just a really cool idea to have. You know, maybe I am the only one here, but isn't it just a really cool idea to have, like, underground tunnels? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy for saying that, but it's like a cool lore fit to the world, or it's a cool build in a world where I can build out of dirt exclusively, but also will allow me to get around the world at night or in dangerous situations, because I know nothing will spawn down here except for him. Should we just let him blow up, actually? I can fix that all later, I am sure. In fact, let's fix it a block higher up. There's no good reason not to, right? We'll fix a block higher up here. And then after there, we could go 2 blocks higher up. You know, who's going to stop me? Could go absolutely crazy if I want to. But for now, I won't go crazy, and instead I'll start digging this way. So now we're going to dig all the way to my daytime darkness on this side. And then I'm thinking we dig this way, and we try to go all the way to my mob grinder. Again, just connecting all these major areas of my world up seems like a good idea. Whether it is a good idea or not will be something we work out in the future. But for now, it's fun. So we're going to do it. It's been crazy. I've been watching you since I was 10, says Adrian Molina. How old are you now? Are you 11? Or are you, 27? Thank you for having watched for so long. I think I am amazed that it is possible for me to ever have any... like there is a real death blow in a YouTube channel that comes as it gets too old. Because a lot of... a lot of metrics that YouTube judges you by get really warped by the fact that people will click, not because they are interested in your video, but because, oh, nostalgia. But then, maybe they don't stay for that long, or they don't follow usual viewing patterns. Usually if you find a new YouTuber, you go back and binge watch their stuff. But if you re-find a YouTuber, it's a little bit different, right? Okay, so now we're going to build blocks that go... We'll build, all around this. One, and we'll go up one, and we'll just build a little thing here. There doesn't need to be a good reason for this to exist. It can just be fun. I think it's a totally valid reason. And one day we'll put some glass there or something. But for today, that looks just great. Also, yeah, now I'm 18, says Adrian. See, that is actually nuts. Also, you should have played on Tunneler's stream. Yeah, it is kind of crazy now that we have 12180 here. A part of me is like, well, why are we doing this right here when we could have all these cool new features? But I do think it is still important, so that's why we are still rolling around here. Also, let's get our food back out. Oh, let's just eat raw flesh for a bit. It's hanging around the world everywhere anyway, so let's enjoy it. Are you going to continue the series, one of the Superflat presets? Yeah, I have been considering doing something with those. If you want to know my internal struggle, I think about this way too much, and it's actually distressing how much I thought about this. It's okay, so this week is the week of basically chilling in Minecraft, right? I'm having a lot more, a lot more time on streams, a lot more time on stuff like that. But okay, so we want to go at least round to minus 36, I'm gonna say, and that should get me all the way to where I need to go that way. Well, also, I could dig another tunnel at about minus 25, and that could connect me to here, if I want to connect to there. So we'll dig the nub of the tunnel first, and then we'll dig the rest of it later. But yeah, so like I was saying, sorry. I really want to do something with the new Superflat, but I'm kind of torn, because I feel like the logical thing to play around with this week probably is vibrant visuals. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe playing in the new Superflat would just be a fun video all in itself. Let me know what you think. Also, make a video ranking all the presets for survivability. Okay, that actually is a fun idea, Adorable Ho. I really like that as an idea. Wondering how many generations of Toycat viewers I can incorporate into the world. You can eat rotten flesh, then drink a bucket of milk, and you can remove the hunger effect. Yeah, it is a really good tip if you're absolutely starving. You can do that, and it works just great. Obviously, we're lucky in that we don't need to do that. But it's nice anyway. Okay, so 26. Just to make a nice round number, we'll pop up there. And now this is where the tunnel starts going this way. So we can now break a bunch of blocks going this way. It's going to be literally 100 or something. And yeah, I think just having these secret tunnels under the world is going to be a cool little addition, in my opinion. Also, day 50! Congratulations, everyone! We made it to day 50. I think that's a cool little milestone. Yeah, I wonder how I should do that then. Because I really want to play some Superflat Survival on the underwater one and on the... I don't think it's called Tunneler's Stream. I think... Maybe it is. It's the one where they replaced the Bedrock with cobblestone. Those both seem like really fun worlds. Yeah, I think it'd be really fun. The Superflat you made, the map doesn't have a negative Y. I died after 45 seconds of falling. It doesn't have a negative Y. Interesting. Oh no, it's deliberate. We set it up so again. The idea is I wanted to make the map as useful for as many types of players as possible. So that even, like, literally I was like, how do we make the ultimate Superflat, right? That was the goal. And so one of the benefits is if you just want to build in Minecraft, but you hate the height limit, the map has default built-in, up to Y1000 on the Z, and minus Y1000, sorry, and then Y. It goes up to 1,000 blocks, and it goes down to 1,000 blocks. So if you need to build something that goes massively down, you can. If you want to build it massively up, you also can. Bottomless pit. Yeah, bottomless pit is the, I think there's something about a bedrock hole that's just so alluring to me. But maybe I should play around with the other ones too, just to be sure. So, question. What blocks would look good with acacia planks and or sandstone? Trying to build a mega house. Red sandstone. That's my cheating answer. That I'm going to stick with. So, yeah, when you fall in a bottomless pit, you die of starvation. That's cool. That's the dream, really. Don't we all want to die in a bottomless pit of starvation? So, yeah, I think we probably... I like this kind of visibility here. I'm going to keep that. I think I'm going to put some water back here, although it's not going to fit. The tunnel is... Oh, no, it'll fit perfectly. So we can put water back here without affecting the tunnel or anything else, which is just great. So let's go do that right now. There is some water in this farm that goes alarmingly deep, honestly. Let's grab it, and let's put it back there. Just because some of my crops aren't growing as good as they could if I had that there. As you'll see now, this will magically get better. And everything else will too, presumably. And if we put a block above it, it still somehow hydrates the crops, despite being back there. You'll notice that's true for all of this. If I put water there, or if I put a block there, the water still functions as normal. Actually, does it? I guess we'll find out when we hide the water. Anyway, speaking of hiding the water, should I give away the secret chest or no spoilers? Says JMan91. Oh, I think I will use spoilers. My mum's really fun to play Minecraft with. She calls axes hatchets. Tokat's terrifying hole is a really fun one from the Let's Play world. Thank you. Yeah, I think to answer your point from before, because you're worried about the tipping thing. It's a I think finding the balance on that stuff is kind of hard. It's not my like natural inclination to kind of like I mentioned before, like, oh yeah, I think that I think it's like, it goes without saying that like my first instinct is like, yeah, you need to show gratitude towards people who are tipping. But but under the assumption being like, oh yeah, the only reason people are tipping is because they want the gratitude in exchange. But then you kind of make it a bit like, I think actually people aren't thinking that transactionally most of the time. There's like a small number of people who are like, yep, I just want my message read and nothing else. There's a lot more people who are like, no, actually, I kind of just like the, like that this is supportive. And first of all, you people very good. But yeah. I really want Bedrock to get Superflat parity of Legacy, but I shouldn't get my hopes up. I mean, it's definitely coming eventually, Adorable Her. It's a matter of time till it's coming. It's just a matter of time. Also, if I turn up my simulation distance, all of my crops will still be able to grow while I do this. So I think that is the smart move to make. Let's go in here, and let's set simulation distance to 12 chunks. That has to have some downsides. Let's see what they are. Is Minecraft going to run just fine? So now, also, there'll be fewer mobs spawning at night. But now, all of the way over 184 blocks away, or at least 90, all the way over there, my crops are going to be growing while I just destroy the blocks over here. Which is nice. Everyone knows water doesn't absorb into the dirt. It floats around and lands on it. Also, what's semi-hardcore? It's what we're doing right here. You can read the description if you want to learn more. I'm just an attention host, as Antonia. I think, it's interesting. I think there's a word for this, like, everyone kind of wants other people's attention, right? Like, all the time you kind of... You might even expect other people's attention, under some circumstances, right? It's a messy thing that, like... But, like, in general, yeah, I think it's very normal to want attention in some senses. I think it's like, the reason people don't like the term attention-seeking is because a lot of the ways that people seek attention is really actively, harmful to our wider society. By the way, Valerie Bear says, can you say, Liv Tom will take you to the store? Liv Tom will take you to the store, Valerio Bay. We will manifest this together, and he will do it. I don't know why, I don't know how, but he will get you to that store. So thankfully, the slime shouldn't be able to get up here now. And now I've got a nice 4 stacks of dirt. I'll be able to do some fun stuff with it. I'm going to get rid of my shovel because I'm just not using it very often. And I replace it with some beef. And what I'm also going to do... Oh, there's slimes over there. He despawned, which is nice, but... Yeah, so there is a slime chunk just over there, which could cause me problems in the future. Gonna hope it doesn't. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna temporarily put water down here. This will ensure that if I fall off my farm, I won't die. Okay, easy peasy. So now the bottom layer of this world is minus 60, chat. The bottom layer is minus 60. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stack up. I have to make like a ladder, actually, or like a staircase of some form, which we'll do around the outside. Oh, a wandering trader! He's so far away, chat. Please buy my hay bales. Chat, can we all do a little prayer in the chat? Can we all agree that we want him to give me hay bales? We really badly need him to give me hay bales. In fact, I'll go as far as to say. And if he doesn't give me hay bales, my life will be much worse off for it. So Y38 is where we're going to do our mob grinding platform, by the way. It's going to exist up here and just kind of go above this thing. But yeah, for now, much more exciting, much more important. The Wandering Trader. Everything I want and everything I need comes from him. I'm going to get my hay bales out. I'm going to be excited about this. Wait, actually, here's how we find out if he has emeralds for them. Emeralds? Oh, no, he doesn't. He doesn't, chat. I don't see him. So, we're going to sit here. Hope that the slime doesn't get to me. Oh, bottles of water, though. Yes! Chat, my bottles are coming in handy. It's a shame because in theory I could use the bottles for more important things. But, yeah, actually... Yeah, bottles are quite rare and quite valuable. It does seem like a big waste to use them for this. I'll fill them both, and then I'll decide later what to do with them. So I'm selling him at least one, and then I could trade in my instant health. Yeah, I think I'm selling both. Chat, I think this is happening. I think this is happening right now. One, bare minimum. I have to do it. I've got 3 emeralds now. That's great news. It's 51 days in, but I'm back up to 3 emeralds, and I have the possibility of going up to 4. Is it worth doing so? Well, if I... Oh, look how bad this is. If I sold him another one, I could immediately buy some wood. Some mangrove wood, some whatever other wood. I don't think that is hugely worthwhile if I am leveling with you. But I also think... yeah, okay, here's my next thought, though. So, is it easy for me to get a bunch of... I think I'm going to sell him my other water bucket. But first, I want to make sure I get more mud. Because otherwise, I have to drink my instant health to get more. And then I could sell him my milk bucket and I'd be up to 6 emeralds. But I think that's risky, chat. I think it's really risky to sell him the bucket now. But is that risky? I don't know that it is, actually. Maybe the riskier thing is not doing it. I'm actually not sure. You don't need the bottle, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and get as much... I'm going to get as much value out of this bottle now as I can. I'm going to mine as much mud as I can get my hands on. I want at least 4 stacks, I think I said, to build my house plan that I have. So let's get at least 4 stacks. Let's go in here and do it. The way I'm going to make this is I'm going to just put my water in the corner over here somewhere, you know, like somewhere accessible where it won't mess me up. What's the easiest, like, partial block that I have access to right now? Carpet, it won't work. I have to... You know, I'll just put the water here. And then I'll slowly but surely turn this into mud. And then we'll break it. And then we'll go through and do it again. This is a perfectly valid technique. And if I just do this for... So I get 4 blocks per layer. If I do this 16 more times, I'll have a stack. And if I do it another few more times, I'll have enough to do it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get as much value out of this water bucket now as I humanly can. I think 2 stacks will be enough. I think 1 extra stack of this will give me all the confidence and stuff that I need. And then I'll be able to make mud bricks and mud, you know, I'll be able to do stuff with it that I want to do. And that's kind of important. That is the slowest way to get mud. I mean, is it though? I don't know that that's true. I feel like this is not the slowest way to get mud. I guess the best way is you put this down like on a block. Like the faster way to do it would be like to make my water area a little bit deeper, for example. Can't believe you're ignoring Cat's tip. This is in caps cause rebellion. You have to read it anyway. Also, tip your toy cat peeps. I'm sorry. So what we actually did recently is one of the balancing things on that is we turned down the noise that tips at £2 of making. I would be into some really deep thought, and then I would say, oh, thank you for the £2 tip, and then, you know, get back to it. And I'd lose the thought entirely. And it would happen so frequently that, like, people were, like, complaining about it. And I was like, yeah, why am I letting a, you know, £1.27 tip dictate the way that I am talking this way? And so we set it to be quieter so we can read them, you know, when there's a big list of them. When I need to, I can come and find them. I will see your tip, right? But it doesn't have to be immediate. But the only thing I don't like is there's a lot of people who are like, no, Toy Cat. You have to read out every tip on screen the moment that it appears. And some people are even like, oh yeah, you read it out before it appeared on screen. You've got to read it out again now it's on screen. Like, there are people who are like, police the way that works. And it's like, oh, I find that uncomfortable too. Like, imagine any other tipping circumstance working that way. Like, imagine if there was someone who followed you around when you tipped a waiter and like, or they followed the waiter around being like, hey, Mr. Waiter, you haven't thanked the person here. So yeah, this is one of the ways we could do it, right? Is we could go all the way over here and we could modify all these blocks. And we could just make a nice big chunk of them and then we could mine that super quickly. But I don't know if that's true. Also, mud plus dripstone makes clay, so we can have bricks eventually. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that as a possibility, but it is one. Literally 1984. Yeah, I feel like most people feel like if there's someone yelling, hey, be grateful. You know, like, it's like, do you remember when you were a kid and, like, your parents would be like, hey, say sorry. And then you say sorry. And then they're like, okay, everything is fine now. I think I kind of realized later, I think I've come to the conclusion, parents make you say sorry, not so that you look, you know, not because they care about you being sorry, but so they can, like, save face in front of the other parents, you know? They can be like, well, my child said sorry, everything is good now. I think a lot of what kids have to do with each other is entirely down to, like, what makes parents feel good. But, so yeah, I don't like that there's a big hole here now. I feel like this makes things worse. Also, I didn't know getting mud was that easy. It is, in fact, this easy, if you want it to be this easy. Toy cat tip or toy cat tax?
Toy cat tip or toy cat tax?
See, you know, if that's why we need to call it the toy cat tax. Imagine someone following the government around and saying, you didn't say thank you. Side note, I feel like, you know, it'd be nice if I got a thank you. I got a really, like, scary letter in the post today, chat. And the letter was just, here are the numbers that you owe us in tax. And I was like, I literally got these when I filed my taxes online. Why would you send a letter? All you're doing is, like, increasing... It was just dumb. There are just some people who are so old-fashioned that I have to be old-fashioned just in case they feel like being old-fashioned. So yeah, what we can do is we can just make a bunch of mud now. And then we can collect the mud later if we wanted to, right? So this is my way. Also, I'm going to go... the Wandering Trader. I'm going to go make sure he's good. And this isn't as much mud as I would love. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to have to be enough for now. Okay, so I am going to get the Wandering Trader in the morning, because I think that's actually the safer time to do it. Mobs are simulating from like 12 chunks away, which probably has some weird implications for the Wandering Trader. But I'm just gonna go sell him my water bottle now. I'm just gonna go do it, chat. I think that I need this extra emerald bad enough that this is worth doing. Also, look at that. There's mobs so far away from me. It's I always play with simulation chunks on 4 because that's how realms are. This is the sort of setting that I genuinely do not play around with. If I tip, do I have to use friends and family? I actually don't know what how it does work on that level. You tell me. I think because I have a business PayPal account, you can't tip me friends and family. I think it is physically impossible to. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. So yeah, I'm actually going to get more bones and arrows every morning. Solely because of this. And now let's go find the Wandering Trader. Hopefully he's still alive. Okay, there he is. So weird things happen with him. And then we're gonna trade one bottle with him. And then we're gonna hope that he drops a milk bucket. I'm gonna hope real hard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now I get my sword out. And we just try to get the Wandering Trader. Oh no, wait, if the Wandering Trader... Oh, I messed this up. If the Wandering Trader gets hit, he's gonna die. So we actually need to... Oh, I hit him too many times. So Cat said we are not friends. Yeah, sorry, we are not friends and family. Which I think is healthy, right? If you know, like, the business account is at best the parasocial relationship. Like, do you know what a parasocial relationship I have with McDonald's? I am sure that McDonald's as a business is there to, you know, like, to lift me up when I'm having a bad day. But, you know, Mr. McDonald's or Ray Kroc or whoever we feel like personifying the company as, they don't even know I exist. They don't even know. Please sort your inventory. The inventory is perfect. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, what do I do, chat? Do I just wait for tonight? I think I just wait for tonight. Yeah, remember if you're going to tip to use the enemies setting. Also, I've been watching the channel since I was 14. I'm 19 now, so I have the means to donate a bit. Thanks for all the fun videos over the years, says Clarice. Thank you, Clarice. I'm glad that you think that I have made fun videos over the years. I should put more water down. This is just kind of terrifying, actually. If I'm being brutally honest with myself. So there's going to be a big trench that I'm going to dig in this too. It's going to be 2 by 2, I think. But we'll just make it 3 by 3. Does it have to be 3 by 3, actually, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to put some more water down before I dare do any more of this. Because it's just a bit too intense for my liking. So we'll just put a bunch of blocks down and around over here. Just really try to guarantee my life stays intact. And perfect. Oh, no, exactly not perfect. So place it down. And no more water falling. So there's a few blocks where I'm not going to immediately be able to save myself. But it's at least very few. And we'll make sure that we can do the same over here. We'll go 1 block further than we think we need to. And then we'll place our water in this corner. Again, later this second part of the mob farm will be useful. It's more of a vibe idea right now. Do the water bucket clutch. I'm not going to put the entire survival of a hardcore world into a water bucket clutch. I don't think that that is a responsible decision, and so I will not be doing it. I hope you understand. Yeah, I don't like slimes. Whoever earlier was saying, oh, do slimes not spawn in a world? Were you trying to curse me? Is that what it is? Do you hate me? Ronald is not your friend. Ronald is my friend. Excuse you. Ronald is my friend, and he looks after me like so. You know, I bet if Ronald was to send me a refund, he would do it with friends and family. You know, there's a funny thing about businesses where, like, you know, like, everyone knows that businesses make money, right? But also, and that businesses exist to make money. Like, that's literally the fundamental... We invented incorporation under that very concept. But also, everyone feels a little bit like, but not on me. You know, like, McDonald's, you know, they shouldn't be making money on me. They better not be making a profit on my ass, you know, like, they better be making a borderline loss, I tell you. Also, there's still water looking over the edge here. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes exactly where you're going to fall, but I think this is the edge of our little flat space where we're going to build our big old farm. Unusual question, have you had any fun food recently? That is an unusual question. Oh wait, I think I made a miscalculation. This whole thing has to be a few blocks lower down. No, I'll just lower the thing down there 2 more blocks. Yeah, it sucks to do it that way, but it's what we have to do. So it's what we'll do. Yeah, have you had any fun food recently? Oh, today I had some really good, they were called loaded salt and pepper fries, but it was just chips, but covered in, like, green onions and pepper and a little bit of good sauce. And I was like, yeah, that was good, actually. It was like, it was very little. I also had a burrito that had been, like, I got delivery food chat. I got there was a really fun promotion. If you live in the UK, or maybe more specifically a city in the UK, I don't know where Deliveroo's range ends. Oh, Deliveroo just got bought by Grubhub. So we're joining the Americans on a yet another venture, it seems. But yeah, so we're just gonna build a big thing here, and then in the middle, roughly, which I think equates to here, we're gonna go down by 2 blocks. The easiest way to go down by 2 blocks is to do this. So down, down, and then place a block right here. And so this will ensure that... Okay, so I'm going to break this even though I'm underwater. So this is going to be my trench, and it means the mobs have to just wander into this trench. They're not going to do it naturally very often, but they might choose to just walk into the water. Our hope is that they do, and if they walk into the water, they'll eventually go over there. So this is the entire farm, chat. It is, it's built on hopes and dreams and pixie dust and whatever else. But I have good feelings about it, okay? I have a good feeling about how this is going to go. We actually have to place the blocks here or the water will fall off the side. So how do we place water down there? Like this. Like all things, place a block there. And then get back up. Yeah, nice. Easy peasy. We now have a little trench. I think this should probably be wider on each side. So we have... No, because if we place 2 water, it'll be able to do this. And now this can push mobs off the edge. Nice and easy. So put some blocks over there. And it'll lead them into a big hole in the center over there. Now we do the same on the other side. So we remove all of these blocks right there. And put a block there, ideally. Okay, so now a mob can spawn up here, chat. And then the mob, if it happens to walk into the water, it falls down there. This isn't a very efficient mob farm design. Oh, God. Because we don't have trapdoors, but it is more important. Anyway, so yeah, there's a really good deal in the UK right now. Deliveroo does, it's like £7 off if you spend 20, and then they also do if you order between 4:30 and 6:30, you get 30% off if you spend £20, and the discounts stack. So you can, I got like £30 of food for I don't know £17 after delivery and service. You know, it's still horrific value compared to like, you know, cooking food. But if you, I don't know, like I think it's always worth mentioning that like there are some things that seem like they compete with each other but kind of don't. It's like how YouTube competes now with like, you know, like Duolingo for your attention, and that seems like it doesn't make any sense because surely you're either learning a language or you're watching YouTube. But no, actually the data does not bear that out. The data says that you are deciding to do whichever one has, you know, more guilt-driven notifications or whatever. And so, yeah, Toycat, move the water 1 layer up and it will work better. Do you think that's the right call? Why should I... What would moving the water 1 layer up do for it? Oh, because then the mobs can just kind of, like, fall into it, maybe? You know, I'll follow. I'll believe in your logic. So yeah, we're gonna move the water up 1 more block. Although it shouldn't even be there, it should be over here, right? Yeah, so we're gonna move it up 1 block to here. And then we'll move this up 1 block to here. And then we just put 1 thing there, and perfect. So in theory, mobs will just walk into this. In theory, they'll just be like, oh, there's some water here, better walk in. Oh no, I'm flowing. And then they'll end up trapped by my farm. That's the hope. Let's see if it matches the reality. And then we're going to have the same thing happen, but on different sides of this 1 block. I don't know if it will work, actually, but let's believe. So now we imagine the same going over here, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I made a miscalculation somewhere. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is where the water goes on this side. So that means we have like a that kind of thing happening here. And yeah, we're just going to have a big design that looks like this, allowing mobs to spawn and then be immediately watered to death. So nighttime is coming, which means I need to grab my bed. I'm going to leave this out during the night just to see if any mobs happen to fall down it. I suspect it is unlikely, but I'm building it anyway. I'm trusting the logic, hopefully correctly so. They walk into the water because it's only 1 block down. So they won't fall naturally into water, but they'll walk into water, is what you are positing. Let's hope you are correct in that theory. Also, DoorDash is not a Dutch city, says Soassies. Are you okay? I don't think... DoorDash is an American company delivering food, not a city in the Netherlands, if you'll believe it. I know there is often confusion between those two things. There's a lot of people who book a flight all the way to the Netherlands, and they're like, wait, I wanted delivery food. What am I doing in Utrecht? I have no need to be here. I've really, you know, pooped the bed on this one. Okay, so there's my wandering trader. I'm gonna wait until he gets some fellas close to... Oh, actually not. They can do it in the morning, I'm sure. So I'm gonna sleep right now and get a zombie in the morning. Please stay around, zombie. Zombie, please come get me. Come get me, zombie. He's got plenty of health. And the moment he gets close to this wandering trader, he's going to cause him to... Come on, get closer, get closer! Oh, for... I've never had a skeleton kill a wandering trader before. I mean, it's like a logical could-have-happened scenario. But that's why I want to make sure I use llamas from now on. I missed up on a potential milk bucket opportunity. If I need a milk bucket in the future and can't get one, that's going to really hurt. But, you know, it's the reality of what we're living with. See, I'm getting so many more bones now. I forgot what a huge incentive this is. Look at this, chat. You get rotten flesh for miles around. Minecraft Bedrock is not balanced around 12 chunks of simulation distance, but in, like, the good way. It is OP if you turn it on. Are you questioning my mob grinding techniques? Not yet. Not yet. Also, I just found your flat world for pure curiosity, and I was watching your videos from the beginning. Never expected to find your videos. Thank you, Gabriel Vargas. I'm glad that you found this video. I'm amazed at how many people are like, yeah, I was kind of just like out of Minecraft, but Superflat's like, you know, people who never really play survival. But Superflat is the thing that like nudges them back into it. I think that's really awesome, personally. Okay, so we got raw beef. We probably should kill a few more cows. Get more raw beef. And then we're going to go... Oh, we didn't get to test our thing because we were so concerned about the Wandering Trader. So we're going to go maybe make it dark up there. No, I don't think we'll make it dark there yet. We'll finish placing water. So it's a bit of a pain to keep bringing water up and down. But we'll keep doing it for now. So I have just 21 more dirt. Actually, definitely not enough to do another one of these. But yeah, the idea is meant to be that mobs will just walk into this in a way they wouldn't walk into that. You know, I see the logic. And if we just have this go all the way there, we could remove these blocks and make the whole thing more efficient. Let's test it. So there's going to be a bunch of extra dirt here and nowhere else. Also, how does... Okay, you know, let's just break that. So now mobs will walk into this easily and be pushed off like that. And then we'll do the same over here. Again, we have to make sure we get these numbers right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't have the block. But then there's going to be a water here and a water over there and stuff. So I'm going to put water down just hanging off the edge, just as a place to store it. And we're going to go get some more dirt. It's a super flat world. Dirt should be plentiful, but you'd be surprised at how little it is. I think Superflat attracts people who enjoy early game. It's weird because it's sort of the opposite, but I get you. Like, I think if you play Minecraft for like 10 hours on the same world, you are eventually, you know, like, in other words, any Minecraft YouTube series is eventually going to get into the late game. And so to keep it going, you have to stay there. And so this is kind of an antithesis to that. Yeah, I guess you could say. I like your argument. Get grass up on your spawning platform and it'll be a passive mob grinder too. Oh, that's a fun idea. Let's get grass up there, you're right. I like your thinking. Let's get doing it. Also, thank you, Toy Cat. Tom took me to the store. You're welcome. Tom needed to take you to the store. It was a very essential place. I'm glad to be your Uber service today. You know, sometimes people want to go to Uber and they accidentally tip on a Toy Cat stream, and it's an easy mistake. It's the DoorDash city in the Netherlands. Also, yes, we were worried about the trader, says Cool Cakes. You are included in me, yes. That's how this works. We're in this together. If I die, all of you die too. It's just the way it works. I will warn you, I'm probably not the person to trust your lives with, but it is going to work. Also, where's your wheelie bin? Here it is. I had a really nice tea, but it didn't fill us up, so I put some sparkling water in it, and then it didn't taste good. And so now I put in some cider, and now it tastes like wheelie bin juice. Which is quite fitting, I think, given the way it looks. Also, Common Cape is beautiful. Do you guys like the Common Cape? It did just come out, right? Also, waiting for my only friend to get home from Morocco to show my 4 skeleton horses waiting on our flat world. Why is the Common Cape called the Common Cape? I think the reason it's called the Common Cape is because it's common. No, it's weird because every other cape they pretended is equally legendary. So there's a cape that you get for literally having done like 5 challenges over 5 days on the MCC server that existed for 1 week. That's pretty legendary if you think about it in retrospect. And then there's a cape you get for going on TikTok for 3 minutes. You know, like the argument before was that these are both legendary capes. But I think, for example, going to the Minecraft experience is a much harder thing than, you know, logging into TikTok for 3 minutes. Why is it called Uber, I wonder? My immediate thought was something like Ubermensch. So, that is an interesting question. I think Uber means over in German. Maybe I'm wrong about that. And so Ubermensch is like, you know, the overhumans because they're above everyone else. Again, I feel it's been too long since I've... no, actually, no, it is Uber. It's Deutschland, Uber alles. Germany overall. So yeah, it's actually... I guess it's like the app for getting over there. But also, Uber was like a cool word in the English language at the time. I think it's kind of been ruined by Uber the app. But I remember, like, on the internet, Uber was like cool internet slang in the early 2000s. Like, I am uber cool, you know? You know, I feel like every time Germany gets something that, like, takes up on the international stage, it gets, like, gobbled up by American things. I've been loving the Flatcore stuff, but I've been watching all of the other ones in VOD, so now for consistency's sake, I have to leave. I'm nothing if not consistent, says Foster F. No, it'd be consistent if you stayed, and then you just made sure to catch Superflat stream number 10, too. That's the most consistent that you can be. What about the 15-year cape? It was just going to the site. Yeah, I think Minecraft have made a lot of dumb cape decisions. Just to be clear. It's not just the one dumb cape decision. There is a whole series of them that I would not have made were I the cape demigod, but I am not. I like the Elytra texture on the common cape. Oh, I didn't even look at that. That was should have been my first thought. I would rather wear no cape than wear a cape that thousands already own. Well, every single cape is worn by thousands. I think, yeah, we have gotten to that point where probably more people have a cape and wear a cape than don't. So maybe the no cape is the real cape of, you know, 2025. Yeah, that's an interesting argument you could very easily make. So it's impossible for me to go to any of the experiences, and I feel like it's pay to win. Eventually one will be new. Hey!
Uber expensive food deliveries.
Thank you very much for covering my uber expensive food deliveries. I do feel like in a very... Okay, please don't keep following me up here. I think that food delivery might be my favorite vice in terms of, like, you know, the... You know, you know, like, I feel like there's a lot of essentials that are fun. Like, I like going grocery shopping, right? But you can't say grocery shopping is a vice. Maybe we should say grocery shopping is a vice. It's holding us all back. But yeah, I'm gonna now. I like, but I think that the biggest thing that is arguably not an essential is that. But even then, you could argue. A lot of people do make the argument. It's one of my favorite, like, dumb Twitter debates that like continuously circles. Is like, is food delivery a necessity? You know, like, you know, should people be, you know, like able to, you know, like have food delivery without paying, blah, 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 blah. It's an interesting debate, right? Because we survived for so long without food delivery, but, you know, we survived for so long without penicillin. Penicillin is still necessary. And obviously it's a silly debate in itself. But it represents something about the human experience that I kind of referenced last time and Kat agreed with. The idea that, like, as your lifestyle expenses inflate, you don't feel much better at the end. If you just get used to the idea that food is something that just gets delivered from a magic man on a bicycle, and that is just the minimum you need to live, then now you have to earn, you know, like $500 a month just to cover your food bill. You know, like, you don't get any joy from it, so it's a waste of money. I think one of the, like, hardest things to... So, the grass is just not coming up here. So what I'm going to do to make this easier for myself is I'll build a grass staircase here. Just to make sure that the grass can get up there. I'll make it 3 wide, help the grass go extra fast. And, yeah, it's going to take some time.
Converting your first villager was so hard even from you just watching.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean the first Superflat survival. Oh, yeah, it's weird how many people found that, actually. Now that you mention it, since you have mentioned it anyway. Yeah, I'm amazed at how many people caught that for the first time because of the combined video. It made me realize there's a lot of people who probably would benefit from something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chat, I was thinking of doing something a little bit rogue. I was thinking of uploading a video of all of my caveman videos just combined, like a 20-hour long video or something like that. Do you think that is crazy, or do you think that is exactly justified? I want to know your thoughts. Okay, so this isn't lined up correctly, chat. I don't know how I've done it so horribly wrong, but it's not lined up correctly, and I'm just gonna... If we do that, it'll be lined up correctly, and it should be just fine as long as there's enough blocks over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's not gonna line up at all, chat. It's not gonna line up at all. But yeah, we're just gonna leave this like that, and we're gonna see if maybe, just maybe, this actually spawns mobs that we can kill. So it's not going to work because the blocks around it haven't been demobified. But otherwise, it's a great idea. So let's just grab these zombies, hopefully without the corresponding skeletons. And let's see if any mobs fall into that today. I got a full reassurance from Ad and Sony, chat. Or Aubrey, as she goes. We got a full reassurance that yes, this will definitely work under all circumstances ever. There should be no issues with this. And so I'm very excited to see how it looks. Do you see any mobs falling yet? Oh, okay, I got a creeper. I got a creeper, chat. I got one. So now if I just remove that water in the middle and light it up, maybe, I'd have really good results. So before I get rid of these zombies, I'm going to get... Okay, nope, not going to get anything more. We're going to get the zombies to follow me into this pit. And then I'm going to dig myself a little hole. I'm going to try not to get destroyed from behind while I do this. And we're going to make it just go into the corner there. If a baby zombie gets in here, I'll be really, really boned. And we're just going to punch the zombies to death with my fist. And then maybe... I think we need a simulation distance lower. Also, crazily justified. Saves progress by having to jump to a new video. Seems great. Yeah, it's weird, the sort of things that, like, you know, you would assume, like, yeah, it's worth... There are some things that take, you know, let's be honest, like half an hour of time, but provide great value to people. Whereas, like, I spent like, you know, 6 or 7 hours on using features from before 2020, and it's just like, no, everyone hates this. The title is not satisfying to anyone. It just successfully upsets everyone, I guess. Okay, so we're looking for iron ingots here, chat. We're looking for any iron ingots. If we get carrots, I guess that's nice, but we're looking for iron ingots specifically. Because if I get some more iron ingots, I can make some buckets and sell those for emeralds. Should I want to. Hey, Nathan Dead! Thanks for becoming the 405th channel member. Yeah, it just doesn't seem very worthwhile to me. Also, this place is just a magnet for mobs. It's just spawning them like crazy, and I'm not sure there's much I can do about that. We're going to try and get the skeletons to attack the zombies. That would solve a lot of problems for me. And then we'll just let the rest happen by itself. You know, it happens how it happens, right? So these guys are going to die in the morning, but I'm going to punch them all, chat. I'm going to give them all a little punch. One punch each. I'm going to become One Punch Man, if you will. And, yeah, so it does seem as though the mob grinder did work. It had one creeper fall through it. Which means all I need to do is deal with the mobs. Which is a lot easier said than done. So we got no iron from that. But we never do. We never do. Now we got a bunch of skeletons that will just attack each other. I hope. There's a... I've also got 3 creepers. I'm not sure what to do with the 3 creepers. Man, look at how many more mobs we have now our simulation distance is higher. Like, I am surprised. Okay, there we go. We got plenty of skeleton attacks on each other. Some of that has to be good for us, presumably. That zombie can die, giving me a new helmet. And, yeah, things will go good otherwise, I'm sure. Oh, no! Oh, no! No! Oh, okay, that skeleton almost put me in a bad situation. Yeah, I think that this area down here is a death trap. I think I need to do something to prevent it from being more of a death trap. I could use mud to make mud slabs, I guess. But that doesn't seem actually that useful. Yeah, I don't quite understand it. Get a music disc. I have no way to play a music disc. I do kind of want one though. I'll agree. Okay, let me just no, I'm not getting that bone. That bone is not for me. That's okay, I guess. So, yeah, I want to go work up there, but there's too many mobs down here. And so we'll run all the way across my world. I'll bring some... Do I have leads? I do have some leads. I'll bring all the pigs with me, actually. That seems like just a nice idea. And then we'll come back into the pig pen. We'll come back out of the pig pen, hopefully in a better place than before. So, mud slabs. Moss carpet. Oh, yeah, moss carpet. Oh, no, what am I doing? That's not. I pressed the wrong button. Strive to buy a sapling starting now, says Soases. Yes, I do strive to buy a sapling. Oh, look at all the carrots that have grown. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just because I left my simulation distance higher, these carrots that would have grown nothing in the time I was gone. Also, what has happened here? Carrots that would have grown nowhere. Did he just bounce up? They have actually made a lot of progress. And that is very good news if you ask me. So into the hole you go. You can get in there too. And you know what? I know you're trying to escape. But secretly, I know you want the hole. Secretly, all pigs yearn for the hole. Okay, so there we go. What a lovely sea of pigs it is, too. Now we harvest a few more carrots. Oh, look how many more carrots are harvestable. I think I might be ready now to do one big, long, overnight, rainy wait. Yeah, I think the next time it rains, we're gonna get the number of pigs that we actually want. I feel fairly positive in saying that. I'm just gonna breed like 6 more. Oh, like, I've breed an even number. I'm gonna put these away for now. And, you know what, there's even more carrots that have grown. It's just incredible what an OP difference this simulation distance has made. All they secretly want is a hole. Yeah, all pigs are thinking in their brain is hole, 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 hole. I'm the only one that knows that. I'm the only one that speaks the pig's language. Time to skip sleeping. You know, I guess I could skip sleeping for the big farm up there, but even that, the only way that's going to work is if I can effectively moss carpet off enough of an area for it, which is a big, iffy issue. Just like how all toy cats yearn for his terrifying hole into the void. Yes, we do. So, I think about the terrifying hole very frequently, as perhaps we all should. So I've got myself a little bit of terrain now, chat. It's very lovely. But let's get ourselves some more wheat seeds. Because I love wheat. Don't we all? So right now I have my wheat farm and my carrot farm separated. What I should start doing is I should start separating out the two and putting carrots in between the wheat farm. You know, for crop rotation or whatever. And so let's start doing that now, actually. So carrots here, carrots there. We're just going to start breaking some seeds because I've got some spares now. Then over there, then over here. Again, it kind of hurts to do it when there's like a not fully grown wheat seed. But by doing this, we'll ensure that we get more growth from both crops. And now we should really go do the reverse. Yeah, I think that's exactly what we'll do. We'll take some of the wheat that we get from here, and we'll use it to grow our carrots slightly more effectively. Also, yeah, my wheat stack has ticked over, chat. I've gotten so much wheat now. I'm feeling very good about these numbers. I've got 19 spare wheat seeds. What am I meant to do with 19 spare wheat seeds, chat? So we craft just as many hay bales as we can fit. That's 14 that I have now. And oh, that creates a problem. So I'll uncraft this one, I guess. Yeah, I am rich in farming materials. I just need to be rich in emeralds too, and it'll be great. Also, I've got 20 bones, so maybe we should actually just start bone milling a bunch of moss. If I bone mill moss, I get moss carpets, and I can use those moss carpets to prevent mob spawning. Or I could break the chunk down to bedrock and prevent mobs from spawning that way. Both ways have their risks, if we're being honest. No wonder pigs frame other pigs for taking carrots. If I just had some wood, I could shovel the area and remove the risk that way. If I just had some coal, you know, there's so many ways that this could be really easy for me, but none of those ways have come true. Also, yeah, the big thing at the top is now going to darken this whole area in a way that is kind of inevitable. So how do we get light in it, or how do we stop mobs from spawning here, chat? I'm going to just remove this water, and I'm going to say, I'm going to check up on how the video is going tonight, by the way. Yeah, alternating rows of crops helps them grow faster. Yeah, it's a really weird fact that is true, but it is. That is correct. So, yeah, I think we should just put a bunch of carpet down. I think it's the weirdest thing to have to do. But if we put down some mud, dirt around here, just to make the hole a little bit, you know, more conducive to pain not happening. We could build this, let's say, like, on these sides, it goes all the way around, right? Let's just imagine a world where that is true. Just, actually, that feels kind of like vision limiting, but we'll just put blocks all the way around there so I can see, but mobs can't go that way. And now I'm going to start surrounding all of these blocks with white carpet. That means that mobs won't be able to spawn here, even when it's dark. And it's expensive, but it works. I could use some moss carpet to fill in the gaps. I could go for like a dual design, maybe. So like make all of this out of white carpet. And then make all of this out of white carpet. And then like this section over here could be something else. Yeah, there's some fun ideas there for me. But for now, this works, technically speaking. And at night, it should prevent a lot of mobs from spawning. Hopefully a lot of mobs from spawning. And now because of that, that means we can fill in the blocks above it without any risk. Nice. So let's now get our hands on some more pale moss. It's going to be required. Farmland disappears without crops planted. Not if it's wet, right? I think that's the distinction there. When bone milling moss, do you optimize it by putting it on one block underground or whatever? Yeah, that is, so that's a way that I've seen people do it that's kind of fun, Foster. The idea of like, yeah, let's break this block. And if we made the block down here a moss block, which I'll just do for the sake of it. I think that is the best way. Although it's not going to work here because it's already so mossy. In fact, if I moss the surface now, do I get more moss carpet than anything else? Let's just moss all these corners until this whole area is mossy. Hopefully including a good few carpets. So over here. Yeah, we're going to get a ton of carpets from this. And these carpets will be very useful for making sure this mob grinder works. Again, right now, though, my real goal is to get wood. It's just my wood is entirely dependent on wandering traders. So I'm dealing with what I can. It's either this or fishing, and I've had a lot of fun fishing. But I'm going to start building some productive assets in this world, I guess. And this is one of them. So this is 32. Nope, there's even more. Pale moss carpets for me. Love to see it. Also, can't you craft moss carpet with 2 mosses? Can you craft moss carpet with 2 mosses? That's a far more useful technique. Hey, Ghosty! Thanks for coming to the 406th channel member. Really appreciate the support. So tonight we're going to test this farm, chat. Tonight we're going to give it its first real, you know, testing. Will it work? Will it not? We will find out. Oh yeah, this is such a funny thing. It mossifies the corners around it. But that's just fine. Oh yeah, very, very strange. So, yeah, after this corner, we then have some more moss carpet. We'll go here. And then after that corner, we... Oh, is this another wandering trader that quickly? Chat, my... Oh, yes. Okay, no moments to trade or think about it. I'm just buying them right now. No questions. Now I can buy a potion of invisibility, and then I could sell it back to him for an emerald. Or I can buy a cherry sapling. Chat, hard decision to make. Not long to make it. I'm going to go to sleep. I can't. I'm not going to put my farm ahead of the wandering trader. Should I buy the cherry sapling? If I buy the cherry sapling, I have wood for life. But then I need to get 5 more emeralds. Oh, wow. A lot of mobs got down here. They can't have spawned there, right? It's carpet. So did they fall down? The only way to know is if we punch them, I guess. Yeah, they're taking a lot of... Oh no! Oh! Imagine dying right then. Can you imagine, chat? Can you imagine? Pop the cherry, says Stig. You know, that's a questionable way to... No. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Just gonna kill you. And maybe take your helmet for myself. So yeah, thankfully they're dealing with me and not him. Oh, that guy is changing his mind, though. We're just going to go pick up that helmet, because I am down a helmet. Put that on, because I'm in need of it. And then we're just going to go buy the sapling. Right now. Go, sapling. I'm doing it. You can't stop me. My sapling's got, and if the wandering trader dies, I don't even mind. So now we go... I'm going to plant this down, like, far away from any pain. And then I'm going to go punch him 19-ish times. Not 19, actually. More like 18. And then we're going to try and get a milk bucket from him. 1, 2, 3, 4... Man, stop hanging around with these dodgy fellas. Oh, okay. Oh no. I need... Oh, no. I don't know how much health he has now. How much damage does a zombie do, chat? I need to know pronto. Also, where are all these mobs coming from? I'm actually quite confused. Are they surviving the fall somehow? Or are they actively spawning? You know, we'll work it out. We'll solve these issues. We will solve them. The next trader you get will be oak now. You've sealed it. I know. It's a real fort. Okay, let's just let him blow up. It's the easy way to deal with them. It's not a lot of dirt, and it leaves a big, ugly scar in the ground. But yeah, chat, here we are. Are you ready for this? I hope you're ready for this. I'm gonna have something amazing happen for me now. Something truly incredible. I've got my first cherry sapling. It's here. It's here. The likelihood of getting an actual oak sapling is so minimal that getting wood now is more efficient while you wait for oaks to show up. Yeah, I think that is true. I don't like that it's true. I want to just get the dream sapling, but I'll concede that we might not. So here's the moment of fate, chat. We've spent 55 days getting this first tree here, right? Which is going to be so incredible, like, perfect moment if I'm being honest. It took me 55 days to get this, but if I break all of these leaves and I don't get a single sapling, then I've effectively just spent 5 emeralds on, you know, maybe like 12 bits of wood. I've got some sticks, but I don't have a second sapling yet. There is no... Oh, thank God, it happened. It's not like impossible. It's not likely that you would not get a sapling, but it's entirely possible. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay, so now we don't really need to worry about this tree, like I'm going to. But oh, did I look at him? Okay, I didn't look at him. We're fine. You know, so what if I look at him? So what if I do? Yeah, I'm not going to. So now I can spend my other wood. No, I'm going to spend this wood first. I'm going to break down a couple of blocks. Good thing cherry has high sapling rates. Yeah, I feel like you rarely run out of cherry, like of all things, right? We're going to make ourselves some cherry planks. Use these sticks plus these cherry planks. And just like that, my first wooden axe. Woo! Wooden axe! 55 days, chat, but I have a wood axe. For anyone who likes early game Minecraft, you know, this is how long it feels like it takes to get here. But we've just done it, and that is incredible. So now I'm going to break down a few more of these so that our saplings can start breaking while I go do my Wandering Trader. Because this is hugely important. I can't get this wrong. Or I shouldn't, at the very least. I very much can. So now I will do some inventory organization. Oh, actually, I can build a chest. Chat, my inventory, it can be fixed. Okay, I can look. I can make 3 chests. 1, 2. I have to be so careful about not using the wrong planks here. So I'm gonna put a chest over here. Game changer. I'm gonna go pick up some carrots. That usually I'd be like, what am I gonna do with all these carrots that are just hanging around? And then we'll store them in the logical place next to my pigs. I don't have to keep a bundle around with me all the time. I can just keep the carrots in the place where the carrots need to be. We are going to start replacing some of these carrots with wheat. So here and here. And statistically not over there. Although maybe not over here either. So it'd be here and then. So these carrots will also go, being replaced with wheat. And then plant these, harvest these, etc., etc. Yeah, chat, this is incredible news. We are in a good space right now. Look, a chest! I can just place one down. A whole chest, if I want to. And so I think I'll put it, like, here, maybe? I think I'll put it, like, here. And now I've got a place to store my spare everything. It's great. It's wonderful. Where did my carrots go? There they are. Nice! So I've got an unbreaking leather tunic, which I could just put away in my chest. I don't even have to stress about it. And look at that. My second cherry sapling is grown, and I've got 3 more of these. We're locked in. We're not losing wood anytime soon. It's so fun that I've ended up with cherry wood as my first one. Very, very fun if you ask me. Okay, I'm just going to place these saplings around. Let them grow by themselves. I have plenty of bone meal, so I'm not stressed. But what I should go deal with is the Wandering Trader, because I might get a milk bucket from him. And now I need to get a bunch of stuff sorted. So the Wandering Trader will never refresh his trades. The only way you refresh his trades is by killing him and finding a better one. But I could drink this potion and sell it to him to get an emerald. Or I could buy a pumpkin right now, getting pumpkin seeds that I could do basically nothing with. I could buy melon seeds for food, but no. And I could buy podsol, but also no. So the right thing to do, chat. Oh God! I was. You can spit at me some more. I think I deserve this. I'm gonna take this punishment. That was really stupid of me. I should have realized that. You guys are right. Ugh. But yeah, now I can use my wooden sword. I can make wooden shovels, chat. Oh, that's a big one. Wooden shovel time. So that's actually what we're going to do. We're going to start shoveling around a lot of the blocks in this area. We will probably continue the moss carpet thing, just so I can continue this little pattern that I've got going on. Yeah, we'll just place 3 blocks there and 3 blocks here. And the rest of this is going to be turned into mossy shovel things. So now what we can do is we can finally I don't have... I have to chop down a lot of trees. Never mind. I thought I had infinite wood on me, but I don't. You've done a great job at getting milk buckets. Yeah, it is kind of... You know, I can tell myself, though, statistically, he wasn't going to give me a milk bucket. So I didn't waste a milk bucket yet. But the more milk buckets I'm wasting, the more I'm starting to think, maybe I am wasting these things. So until I get saplings, until I get oak saplings, I'm not going to be able to guarantee... so I should actually keep these out. Take it out, put that in. Until I get oak saplings, I'm not going to be able to guarantee anything. So put that there and put that in there. Yeah, we can really start to like, yeah, why do I have the mending bow on me? It's cool, but I don't need it, you know? I can also start to say stuff like, yep, let's have another lever slot in here. Let's put this lever on there too. Just free up some spaces. I've got a potato in here for some reason. I don't know why. And I've got some glowstone that's sitting separate to the pile. And indeed some redstone too. The fishing stuff is going to take up this corner, I think. That looks great to me. Is that, again, there's just one tropical fish? It's very confusing to have fished this many times and gotten one tropical, but if that's how it went, I guess. And now the iron shovel is useful, but I don't have to like stress about it like it's my only possession. Yeah, and now, so mob drops are going to go down here. No, mob drops will go up there, I think. So string and, you know, if we needed arrows up there or anything like that, that's where it can all go. Yeah, I love it. I love it, chat. I'm in a very, very happy position with this. So now I've got some shovels. I've got some axes. Things are going great. So why do you need oak, says Polly? Thank you for becoming a member, Polly. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's the 2 account thing where one of your... Anyway, it's... thank you for remembering. Yeah, Polly, I need oak because it will allow me to get sapling. Oh, sorry, it allows me to get apples. And apples can be made into golden apples if I get, you know, these guys to turn into whatever they need to. So yeah, I think we're getting very close to the idea that we should just stay up all night. I think tomorrow night, once I've really mob-proofed an area, that's what I'm going to do. But now, not necessarily going to. I'm just going to enjoy my carrot haul. Look at that, 58 carrots. How many are in here? 45? Yeah. Again, I'm so close now to getting the gold, but I'm not quite close to getting the apples. The apples are going to be the big holdback for me right now. Hopefully not for long. So once we've chopped down all of the trees that exist, we're going to be able to make a bunch of shovels. We need literally like 35 shovels or something, like a silly number of shovels. So I'm going to like mass craft them now. Also, our thanks don't have 2 accounts, by the way. Oh, awesome. Okay. But then thank you nonetheless. We need oak for apples to cure villagers. Exactly. You need a golden apple to cure villagers. No golden apple, no cure, no happy. So I'm now going to chop just a few more of these. I think 16 logs should be plenty. And then I'm going to go to sleep. Oh, except you not, chat. I can make a new bed. I can't because I don't have wool. But like if I had wool, if I didn't use it all to craft stuff, do I have any wool in here? No, I do not. Do I have wool in here? No. So let's go run over to my old bed, and let's just do a bunch of shoveling. Also, there's a sheep, and look, now that I have unlimited wood, oh, look how many mobs have spawned down there. I swear, they're spawning on the carpet, chat. I've made a mob farm, but it's accidentally the wrong type of mob farm. It's daytime darkness, but like, times a million. And at night. Okay, so kill the spider. Go to bed. Hope the zombie doesn't get me before I wake up. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. Run away. Okay, so yeah, I think the easiest way to cause some chaos here would be to get some skeletons to fight each other and some zombies. Oh, we got a music disc. Chat was up. Oh, actually, if the creeper died in 1 hit, that means he came from the mob grinder, which means it's working. So let's run back in here and get some skeletons to fight each other. Please. Run back a little bit. And I made a crafting table somewhere, except no, I didn't. Today we need to get another bed rolling, for sure. Having 1 bed and putting it over there is a bit precarious for my liking. So we're going to put our crafting table down near this chunk. Just for fun, I guess. So let's make a bunch of cherry. place one of these over here, I guess, logically speaking. Kill the creeper. Slowly, but surely. And the spider too. Just, you know, we can kill everything in the day. It's great. And then we will now make a chest that can go up here. I've already got a chest. Shouldn't have made another one. That's okay. And now I'm going to make so many shovels, chat. So many shovels. So sticks, 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 sticks. And then shovel, 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 shovel. Perfect. Then I fill this chest with shovels, just so they're pre-made and pre-ready. And then you know what I do? I craft more shovels. Shovels are the answer to everything. When you try... I could use slabs, I guess, actually. Yeah, I think slabs might be prettier, actually. Especially if they're pink. Add a little bit of color. But the old-fashioned way... I think especially on the outside of this area, the better way to do it will be shoveling. So that is what we're going to do. So just we're going to try and mob-proof the easiest blocks over here with shoveling. Just make it into these. Just make sure no mobs from out there come over in here. That's what I'm trying to do. And it's going to be expensive, but I am going to do it. We're going to put our 3 shovel spots close together over here. And whenever a shovel dies, we're going to switch it out for another one so we can repair them together later. So there, this is a fun noise chat. I think this has changed since the last time I played Superflat. Do you like it more or do you like it less than the old noise? That's the real question we should be asking. So just perfectly shoveling. Going lovely for me, I say. So do 2 in a row on this one. And we'll have to do 2 in a row on this one, it looks like. No, we won't. Extra pink Superflat, I love it. Yeah, if you... I think we're going to be able to make a bunch of pink slabs and just kind of make it a little bit prettier that way. So yeah, by ensuring mobs won't spawn over here, including there apparently, by ensuring mobs don't spawn over here, we'll just make sure that nothing's going to like sneak up on me. We'd have to go a really long way to make sure that nothing at all spawns and messes with the spawn count. That is the ideal, of course, but for now, this works just great anyway. We'll go up 1 full chunk, actually. I'm thinking the best thing to do here is to go all the way out this way. Just to really minimize the odds of some surprise creeper messing up my life, you know? And also today, we're going to kill enough sheep so that we can make a second bed, because that is important. I am going to have to make it a white bed at first. I know, but life be how life be. So, love when my wooden shovel breaks with metallic clinking. That's when you realize that your shovel has an underwire in it, and that's how it stays so hard. Also, bring back the old water splash noise, says Bit Back the Grunt. Yeah, there's a lot of good noises in that way. Also, goodbye, Pogo. Have a great one. The new sound is meh. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of ways where, you know, if you like there's a lot of, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, is a common phrase that I don't actually think is true. I think a lot of things that aren't broke do need fixing. But I think that we have, like, inside of us, this, like, natural inclination. You know, the kind of reverse side of what I've been saying the last couple streams about, like, oh yeah, if you start ordering food every day, now food just becomes the thing that is delivered. If you live in a really expensive place, now to maintain just what home feels like it's like that. I think for a lot of people, like, there are some things in your life that you just can't comprehend being better. Like, it's hard to convince people. So, chat, I think I'm going to go out and buy a car tomorrow. I think I finally found one that I like. I'm very excited for it. Like, as long as I get there and it's not covered in crayons or bite marks, or I don't get there and the guy's like, oh yeah, just so you know, we lied about the listing online when we said that it had sensors, because we knew more people would come to look at the car if we lied about it, and so we lied about it. As long as they don't say that when I get there, you know, they're meant to take credit card, which I'm excited about. Again, it feels so wrong to buy a car and a credit card, but I think I'm going to do it. Like, obviously immediately pay it off, but just so I get the consumer protections. Pro tip, that is a thing. You are much better protected as a consumer on a credit card. Please don't use that as an excuse to live extravagant lifestyles and then not pay for them, but it is a useful tip nonetheless. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to cherry slab all of this up now. Maybe go a block down, maybe stay where we are. And it's going to be pretty beautiful. Love the videos, Toy Cat. Also, so we can repair the shovels together. Proceeds to kill every shovel. There's just something nice about killing a shovel, but sometimes you don't want to. Sometimes you want to do the opposite. But yeah, I think, also I was complaining about VV Prep breaking Java mods, saying if it ain't broke, don't fix it. KMB had a compelling argument about that. Oh, was he pro don't broke it if it ain't fixed, or, which, you know, I definitely said that correctly. I want to know what his opinion was on that. It's so funny to me when kids just bite random stuff. Why does the child yearn to bite foam out of the car seats? Oh, as a child, I was totally the same though. I used to bite the PlayStation wires, or the PlayStation controller wires. They tasted so good, and they like sparked. You know, like electricity has a really nice taste. Like copper, just hits the spot. Oh, let me tell you. You know the way the way pennies taste. You know, there's a real nice, you know, like flavor in there. I feel like I'm an electronic sommelier. Like you really don't want to break apart calculators. They smell bad. They taste bad. Everything's bad on the inside of a calculator. But what's good is the inside of a cable that needs to. I remember my laptop. I used to like lick the connector, because it would like feel like anyway, if I've ever said something stupid on a stream and you wondered why, now you understand exactly the childhood that leads to that. I want to bite cute things like babies and marshmallows. I don't think marshmallows can bite things, unless you're saying you want to bite babies because they're cute, in which case I'd like to report a crime officer. Okay, so we're just gonna make a nice little pile over here. We're gonna make a couple more axes, because I think I'll use an axe in its entirety, and then I'll start placing a bunch of slabs down. That seems like the reasonable, logical thing to do here. So I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of sticks now. Should we just make a stack? Let's just make a stack. Then we'll make an axe, and we'll make a second axe. And then I'm obviously gonna make other tools too. My hoe is getting pretty close to dead. I think now I could use it up without feeling any guilt or shame, which is nice. Also, look at the cherry sapling drop rate. We've got like a cherry sapling problem on our hands. We're gonna have too many cherry saplings. I don't know where they're all gonna go. Russia never damaged any underwater cables. It was all chewed up by IBX Toycat. Please no one do this. 9-volt batteries on the tongue. Licking batteries was the best. I've tried licking batteries and it never tastes the same. It was my one laptop cable ever. Yeah. An interesting thing. No, this is too deep for a stream. But I noticed there's like 2 types of skin that it works on, and there's only like 2 places where it was. Anyway, the Toycat always yearned for 2 things: copper and the cave update. Little did he know he'd get them both simultaneously. Why can't I lick Minecraft copper? That's what I'm saying. I just want to know why I can't lick Minecraft copper. I want to lick Minecraft copper. Why is the game denying me my human rights? Compost the saplings for bone meal. Yeah, that's true, actually. That's a really good point. I should definitely put a composter near my my carrot thing over there. Okay, so I was hoping to have placed some more cherry saplings by tonight, but tonight is coming faster than anticipated. Look at it. It's just all growing so quickly. I'm gonna place these in the pile over there. This is my solution to all my problems, chat. I make a big pile of cherry saplings. It'll prevent them all from growing too quickly. And now it's slab time. Slabs prevent mobs from spawning, but they're also just kind of cool. So, or I could use trapdoor. Actually, I could go get some trapdoors now. And now my whole farm can be revolutionized. But, yeah, how did he just spawn there right now? Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, doing what I'm trying to do right now is gonna hurt. So I'm gonna have to back out. Gonna eat a bunch of rotten flesh. Gonna switch out for more suitable food now, maybe. Free raw mutton. And then I'm gonna make a sword. I think that is a requirement for survival here. And now I'm gonna try and do this again, but actually I'll just use the infinity bow. There we go. Much better. So now I'm gonna start placing slabs everywhere around there. Okay, stay back. So we start placing slabs everywhere around here, starting there. We'll prevent mobs from spawning, but also will prevent the mobs from here from getting out, besides spiders. But hopefully there's no spiders anyway. We can later, like, place some slabs on the ground to stop spiders. But for now, we're pinkifying the world. Isn't that delightful? We're gonna super flat, but with a pink twinge. So now this can go all the way around here. We do not. You don't get a lot of slabs for your money. It's got to be said. You get even fewer trapdoors, but you get very few slabs. And we're gonna go kill the sheep. Oh, there's some zombies and a baby zombie. Hate baby zombies. Oh, really hate baby zombies. They're less of a pain now, but they're still very much a pain. I would like it to be known. So, yeah, I think my best food source I could go for is either bread. Oh, look at that. They're all spawning down there, chat. They shouldn't be able to spawn, and yet they are. Can anyone explain what is happening? I don't think it's that they're spawning in the few blocks they're able to and then walking there. There's something about that chunk that is attracting all those mobs. Oh, I got iron! Hey! Okay, so if I happen to... Chat. If it came to it, if it absolutely came to it, and I really needed an oak sapling, I could trade my current bucket of milk and get another bucket of milk in with the same villager. And I would probably end up just fine. So, something useful to think about. But yeah, look at this. I've got the craziest mob area. What do I do with it all? I genuinely don't know what I'm meant to do with this. Is it the moss? Yeah, it could be that moss carpets can still spawn mobs. But yeah, I've now got enough iron to make a bucket if I want to. Or a shield and some shears, or you know, I've got possibilities opened up to me now. Which is exciting. Hugely exciting. Also, I can just start running around killing zombies with a sword. You know, something that wasn't really open to me before. It takes 3 hits to kill them, and I might get iron. It's still 1 in 120, so it's not like, you know, I'm not living it large here or anything. But still, it's decent. It's a living. Yeah, what do I do about this? Glitch of the latest update, but it's something about the extra darkness that must be causing it. They're not spawning on the path, which is really interesting to note. So yeah, we got a lot of mobs there. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. So instead, I'll just go make a bed over here. And yes, that means I'm going to be a peasant tonight. I am, in fact, going to sleep in a white bed. Oh, terrible. But yeah, until I have this sorted out, it's just too risky. There's no point. I'm just risking my life over nothing big. Nah, don't do the shield. It's not worth it. Oh, how is a shield not worth it in your mind? Would love to hear an argument as to why the shield, the literal defender of my life, might be a poor decision. You know, do explain. No, I'm just kidding. I actually kind of think that you're right. So what's my next big goal? My next goal is getting saplings or rain. I've now... so I still want wandering traders, because that's how I'm going to get apples. Sorry, I keep saying saplings. It's kind of true. Like, I need a very particular type of sapling. So yeah, today we go in there. And we hope that we come out in a good position. I'm gonna be the one to deal the last bit of damage to both of these guys. Solely because I want your shovel and I want it bad. Oh, I should really watch out behind me when I'm doing stuff like that. Could go horribly wrong if I don't. But yeah, I think it could be that carpets and moss carpets must be mob spawnable materials. Maybe they even spawn more mobs or something. Cave spawns below by 64. Is that nighttime darkness? It's more effective than nighttime dark. Or, wait, nighttime darkness. It's more effective than daytime darkness. Amazingly, as strange as that is to say out loud. Okay, so we're gonna slabify it up. Oh god, I can't even get over there. I can't even get over there. I'm just gonna go walk around for a bit. Get far enough away that it's not my problem. Gonna chop down some trees because that is my problem. And then when we come back, I hope that it's all gone away. So let's keep placing those cherry saplings down. And let's chop down some more trees. Shouldn't your next goal be to change the color of that white bed? Polly, good point. What am I doing sleeping in a white bed? You know, am I meant to be rich or am I meant to be rich? I think the center of it, I think, yeah, Okay, let's finish this up. Oh, wow, one of them actually grew. I was not expecting that. Gonna be honest with you. I think the center of being grass is spawning them, and then they're walking away and it spawns more. But then why the center so particularly rough? We could place slabs down there, but I think I will just use shovels and make it into paths. It's probably the simplest thing we can do. Pink bed, pink bed. Weirdly, I don't think I can make pink dye. I've got all of these pink leaves falling everywhere, but I don't think that allows me to make pink dye just yet. Man, it's kind of frustrating only having access to a wooden axe. It's just not quite fast enough for what I want to do here, but it will get the job done. Turn simulation distance back down. Yeah, eventually I'm going to have to, right? But for right now, we keep it as high as we can for as long as we can. That is my plan. So let's go get some more carrots. We do need just... This is the big... This is what's holding back my gold supply. Is how many carrots do I or do I not have? Hopefully it gets fixed soon. One full axe, lovely. Then we'll place 2 more carrots just over there. Then I'm going to start placing some carrots in here. Is this a carrot spot? This is a carrot spot. Is this a carrot spot? This would be a carrot spot, and this is a carrot spot too. Just anytime there's a part of the thing that logically should be a carrot, we destroy it and we place a carrot there. This crop rotation means we'll get better results at the cost of, like, easiness of harvesting. Which is what we have decided is a trade-off worth taking. Then we'll place wheat seeds back in the spaces otherwise. Oh, accidentally picked those up. Okay, pick up all of these. I still think I want to keep my wheat solely for the purpose of making mud bricks. Because I don't have a house yet, you know? I feel like it's day 57. I'd feel much happier if I had a functional house. But it works just fine anyway. And now we take the carrots and we'll harvest all of these. Do you see how the carrots have grown so fast? That's because they're surrounded by wheat. I don't know why crop rotation is a thing in Minecraft. It does have... It is, like, vaguely true in the real world. I think it's a little bit exaggerated in Minecraft. But that's perfectly fine. So, now that's as good as we're getting. Yeah, I think those are all of the wheat seeds that we can actually place right now. So let's just instead take up the carrots, place them right back down, and improve the supply of pigs that will exist in the world. So yeah, it's kind of crazy that... Maybe it's just because I'm on PC right now. I think I was on PC last time, though, actually. The number of pigs here doesn't cause me any issues. I haven't broken reality yet, I guess is the good news. And I now have almost 2 stacks of carrots, so I can get a whole extra stack of pigs in there. I assume we're pretty close to a stack of pigs as it is. So as long as I spot that it's raining before it's raining, I should have time to get all my pigs grown. That's the hope. That's the dream. Let's hope that we are correct and it's not just a meme. Boom. Okay. So, yeah, I'm now going to... Oh, look at all these bones just hanging around the world too. It's coming up Toy Cat way perfectly today. Continue placing my little field of saplings. And, dang, that pig pit noise is crazy. Yeah, it's, someone said they can smell the pig pit, which is kind of funny. Yeah, it's a very, very intense little hole. The internet says that mobs can't spawn on moss carpets, but I can't find anywhere that confirms pale moss carpet specifically. I mean, it definitely shouldn't be spawning, but I think the idea that it's maybe the center, and then they're just walking out the center, might have some merit. So that's where I'm gonna put my next, you know, like, fixing into. Tonight, chat, we're staying up overnight, letting the farm run, and so and also we have to get some food today. Yeah, we have to go kill, like, a bunch of cows. You can see we've now bred too many pigs because there's just no passive mobs alive. That is a bad sign. I mean, not a bad sign, but it's a sign. Yeah, I guess everything's just a sign. You can decide if it's good or bad. And then we'll pick up 1 shovel, maybe 2 shovels, actually. Put the cherry sapling in there. Okay, we're just going to shovel this middle area here, just to make sure that it's not mob spawning on this. I really don't think it should be. But just in case it is, we'll remove that possibility. Easy peasy. Then we'll deal with these slabs, so kill you, I guess. Nice. I'm just gonna make sure that all the slabs are correctly placed. And I'm gonna stop myself from placing moss carpet here if it clearly isn't a good idea anymore. So 2 over there, and then continue placing slabs around this. I think the slabs have to go for as long as there is dirt above it. So we're going to make sure that it does. Easy peasy. You can start collecting all the dyes in the meantime. Yeah, I've got enough, I do have enough bone meal now that I think I can just start bone mealing the ground for fun. Not stress too much about that one too. So I think that could be a decent idea. Not that I can't get all the dyes about the Wandering Trader though, obviously. It's going to be the biggest thing holding me back. So this is 6 blocks wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'd start going over here. And this is going to just go around that. And place a whole extra block here. Yeah, I want to add some nice pink touches to this world. But I am very focused on this project right now. So I'm thinking, chat, my house is going to be mud brick slabs. Well, mud brick, you know, blocks for the main thing of it. And then it's going to be cherry wood for the top. We could go the other way around, I guess. It's technically closer to... Yeah, actually, which way around should we do it? Should we go the other way around? Also, if you can trade for brown mushrooms and get oak, maybe get bees, you can get bottles of honey, make sugar, and fermented spider eye sell for free emeralds. Yeah, that is a really interesting idea. So, if I get birch even, instead of oak, it'd be worth going for because I can get fermented spider eyes. But yeah, I'm hopeful that something good happens to me regarding that. Now I'm going to put some slabs up here. I could put the blocks like... So, okay, here's my thinking. If I put a block there, chat. So now I can walk under this just fine. Or I could place down like this. And now I've got a block that I can see through, but that mobs can't walk through. So I've got a way to like funnel them all into one place. If I need to. I don't think I do need to necessarily, but it's just a good safety measure, right? So we'll just place these around everywhere. And now nothing will come and get me. So do the same over here. Make a little entrance that's 3 blocks wide. And then down under. Let's go. So I think I might be messing up which block I'm placing this on. Yeah, this is on the very outside block here, and it's not here. So let's just place a bunch of extra blocks. And remove the rest later. So yeah, this is here so that if I need to get out from it, I can just slide under. But mobs aren't going to be able to because mobs can't crouch. But the player can. But if I want to just run into it because I'm in a hurry, I can still go right there. Handy. Dandy. Great. Now we use the axe to remove this second layer. Because it's just kind of ugly, unnecessary blocks. And then I'm going to have to like go shovel out a slime chunk. Because this is too many guys following me right now. For my liking. Or I'll just punch him to death. Okay, so now we remove all these extra blocks. And tonight, chat, it's going to be a good night. Because my mob farm should finally be working correctly. Obviously, I've said that before and I've been wrong before. So, yeah, something useful to keep in mind. But yeah, I feel hopeful. I have high hopes. Let's find out if those hopes are misplaced. Just fill it in. Fill it in. We got a nice little hole over here that is now completely mob free. I'm gonna look behind me to see if nothing else is spawning. So this over here is a bit of a flaw. I should have just like shoveled it or something. But let's go see, chat. Will I get any mobs falling through my big hole today? I've got a slime. Oh, let's go make another sword. Yeah, the number of swords I'm going to go for is probably going to be ridiculous. So just kill all the medium-sized slimes. We don't have to kill baby ones. And let's see, have we got any mobs yet? I've got a spider spawning on the bit of ground that he's not meant to. And I've got a spider that just fell down. Oh, but just from up above, so not actually anything useful. So 0 mobs so far tonight. It's not a great sign. I will eat some more. Yeah, it seems as though all I did is I turned my nighttime darkness into no darkness. Which, you know, is good in the surface, but seemingly not actually. So we can finish this up at least. Oh, by the way, the wooden shovels, I can use them to, you know, like, get dirt easier. You know, in this world, that's a big deal. But yeah, I'm gonna have to place my water down to prevent... Yeah, there's just nothing spawning, chat. They're all spawning down here on the ground. So I guess I'd have to now mob-proof the entire area. Which is a little bit silly. But we gotta do it if we want the results, right? Yeah, I don't think tonight's gonna go that usefully otherwise. Finally made it. Stupid errands. Good to see you, Rose Pentacle. I'm sorry to hear about your errands. Ouch. Okay, I need more boots. So we're gonna go deliberately around killing some zombies. Hoping for some extra iron. Honestly, we don't even need to worry about that too much. I don't think it's too useful. If we're not killing them in one hit and grinding them away, it's not that useful. I think the first mob has just appeared in the grinder though, chat. So we're gonna have to kill the creeper. Knock him back a second time. We do have to kill the creeper. Okay, very scary. Eat some more rotten flesh. Oh, there's a witch. Okay, let's see if the skeleton dies in one hit. Oh no, he's not a mob grinder mob. He's just hanging around. Just hanging around. So yeah, let's go change our bed's color. Oh, should we go kill the witch first? Please don't tell me the witch despawned. How can the witch despawn? Nothing despawns. 12 chunks of simulation distance. So I think we just go and sleep right there. Yeah, and then in the morning a lot of things die, like usual. It's probably the best we can hope for. Grow a cherry tree near flowers to get a beehive. Days to remind me. You can do it with cherry groves, cherry trees too. Is that true? Let's see. I know you can do it with oak, and I feel like you can do it with birch. Can you do it with cherry? I know in a cherry grove it works, but is it the cherry tree or the cherry grove that does it? That's the important question to answer. So, yeah, we're getting a bunch of zombies, but the zombies just aren't becoming anything. Sadly, skeleton, too brutal. Honestly, zombie, too brutal. So yeah, I'm just absolutely running out of food, which means today needs to be a food swooping day. I need to get a lot of it around the world. And I need to heal up fully using it. I'm also going to have to make more swords. Plenty of them. And I'm going to have to really rethink how my inventory works. Now that I have wooden tools, and I need to have multiple copies of each on me at all times. So let's bone meal the ground around our trees, so that there is a chance that good things happen. It works with spruce? There's no way it works with spruce. Okay, you know, you're being silly when you say cherry, but maybe you're being correct. But when you say that, your whole credibility goes down the train. You know, now you're going to be saying, yeah, and also, you know, frogs can be spawned in Minecraft if you just press Control F7 at the same time. You're just talking craziness. Okay, so we're going to get a bunch of flowers. Actually, if we want flowers, we got to bone meal the flowers, right? So I like oxide daisies the most, I think. We're just going to bone meal so many oxide daisies. We're going to make this a field of oxide daisies with the occasional sapling in between. So now I'll keep my saplings over there. You know, should I? No, I should not. I'm going to drop some spider eyes on the ground. Pick up some saplings. And I'm going to make sure every sapling is next to a oxide daisy. So thankfully I have a lot of these, and thankfully I have a lot of these. So here, 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 here. We'll just surround them, I guess. Or we could go for like a grid pattern by like placing them here, there, all the way around, you know, sort of thing. And now, if a cherry sapling grows, we can be relatively certain that it will be next to a oxide daisy. We're gonna bone meal some more of these just to be extra sure of that fact. Get some extras, you know. And then take these extras with me over here. Because these cherry saplings, not near enough of flour right now. Something we can fix. So now this one is kind of unnecessary. Place it there. Okay, so if we can get bees, then we can get honey, and we can get sugar, and then we can maybe get brown mushrooms, and we can maybe, just maybe, turn that into other stuff too. I'm going to eat some spider eyes right now, chat. It's not counterproductive at all to eat spider eyes, I swear. And then I'm going to chop down some wood. I need lots and 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 lots of wood. Let's go get it, you know. So, time to dye the bed. Yeah, you're right. We can finally do it. We can... So I've got a blue bed already. You know, therefore, logically speaking, next bed should be a red bed. You know, a nice classic. And this can be the home bed, I guess. And we'll put the blue bed somewhere a bit closer to home. But look at that, chat. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, yes, it is. So now we're going to hope tonight, chat. I'm just going to do normal stuff tonight, like shoveling and stuff. I'm seeing oak, birch, and mangrove trees, not cherry. Really, mangrove trees? Yeah, I'm glad you looked it up, Ad and Sonny. I feel like there's so many facts that just feel right. Because, like, for example, I know that beehives can spawn in a cherry grove. And so if they spawn in a cherry grove, you think, well, the cherry tree must spawn beehives. Because if they spawn near oak trees naturally, and then they can spawn... Yeah, it feels logical, but it doesn't make it logical. No, you had the chance to make a pink bed. I don't know why you think I've had the chance to make a pink bed. I certainly have not. Hey, son. Thank you for becoming a channel member. I need to know, son, how you came up with your username. I feel like there's got to be a better story there than what I can see externally. And I want to know what it is. So, this music disc is going in here. Lovely new mob drop. And the slime balls are going in there. And the string. Man, yeah, we are starting to just collect stuff like it's no business. I'm keeping my emerald on me, though. Yeah, I'm keeping that emerald on me. I'm going to put the hay bales in. And that kind of frees up most of the space that I was, like, needing, I would say. Yeah, I would say so. We've got a lot more space for a lot more stuff, which means I can go shoveling some dirt to get some things. I could also take this as my opportunity to say, you know, now we could expand our farms on a crazy scale. Right now, I've limited it to this size. I could have the farm run so far, chat. There'd be no limits to its greatness. But yeah, look how fast the carrots are growing. The crop rotation is doing some things for it. Oh, okay. I really need to work out the whole keeping multiple swords thing on me at all times. Because it is, whenever you need a sword and you don't have one, it's a little disastrous. And yeah, today has been very successful. But still I'm feeling a little bit tepid on the overall progress being held back by two big things here, chat. Used to be Captain Yaya, I know that much. My friend's sister called me Yaya once 10 years ago because she couldn't pronounce my name. Oh, fun! I knew it had like that sort of a vibe. I've got a half brother called Harry that forever was called like, or forever like his nickname was Yaya. Because that's what I'm guessing his brother called him. Maybe it's how he pronounced his own name. I'm not sure. Yeah, I haven't checked in on them in a while. Or rather, I have. Haven't heard any results in a while. But give the saplings back then. What do you mean? Give the saplings back? Oh, you're saying if I didn't get the pink from it? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft myself a table. I'm just going to put it down below the chest. It's the logical place for this to go. And then it's going to be a little bit tricky to craft things, but I'm going to put a composter down over here. I don't think I need the composter right now. And it's going to mess me up with villagers later, so I'm going to keep that in mind. But I think the idea of keeping a composter nearby is smart. I'll put it in the chest, like ready to use. Okay, awesome. Now I'm going to eat my pork chops, and I'm going to go get some beef while it's daytime. And yeah, I think tonight I'm going to go looking around for witches, maybe. Kill them for some redstone. Make some redstone torches. No, that feels kind of lame. Is there a better source of light that I can get from killing mobs? Now that I can kill mobs easily? Is there anything I should be doing differently, you know? It's hard to say. It's very hard to say. But yeah, just place all these down and then more of these, and there we go, perfect. So if the carrots are here, that means that this is a carrot block, which means this is a carrot block, and so on and so forth. But that works just fine for me. Okay, so yeah, I think I need to make an industrial level farm, chat. And to make an industrial level farm, I need to keep it protected by fences, which I can now do. Oh, yeah. Wait, look at this, chat. I can make an upgrade. I'm currently using silly dirt, but I can make the upgrade to using pink fences instead. Oh no, my recording failed, chat. I don't know for how long my recording has failed, but presumably some time. Don't you have sugar from a witch drop already, though? Yeah, I have one sugar, but like reliable sugar would be great. Also, yes, Minecraft Wiki, birch, mangrove, and oak trees grown from saplings within 2 blocks of flowers. See, yeah, that's exactly it, Adam. So I feel like being data-driven is hard when we're all filled with the opposite of data all the time. Also, how the heck is there a slime that spawned in there? That doesn't make any sense to me. Let's go ahead and let's make ourselves some fences. 27, sounds great. And now we can make this a wider area that's being protected. Look at this, chat. Look how much prettier the world is getting now. Thanks to my new inventions. I'm actually going to start spacing them apart just to stop slimes getting in here until I can later properly fence this all. But still, you know, isn't that lovely? Isn't this beautiful? Can we get a campfire soon? No, the campfire we have to trade for. The campfire is like an A-tier item that we just can't get until we have... We need the gold and we need the saplings. Which is why maybe we're going to start staying up through the night soon. Just to hope that we can get some thunder. I've definitely got the carrots ready for it. I'm like very ready in that sense of the word. But yeah, why is my Minecraft wiki different from your Minecraft wiki? now we got different reading comprehension levels, huh? Okay, so harvest these all. I don't know. Okay, one of those is meant to be wheat. Let's not mess with it. Okay, I still haven't really dealt with food as an issue. I'm gonna eat one of these, feel a little guilty, and then I'm gonna eat raw beef. Hopefully after topping it up with not raw beef today. Yeah. Oh, okay, there we go. There's some more beef. Except I haven't done my shovels yet. Keeping tools stocked when they're wood is so hard. But yeah, we're just gonna get to this one. Enjoy our brand new beef supply. And then I'm gonna go make a bunch new wood tools. Actually, I probably used all my planks. I'm gonna have to chop some of these first. So yeah, chat, there was no need for me to put these cherry saplings near the flowers. But it does look a little bit prettier, doesn't it? So, you know, all worth it from that respect. I'm going to be doing a lot of tree chopping while there are mobs running around. And if that seems dangerous, don't worry. It's basically not... yeah, it's basically fine. I'm going to place a crafting table in the middle of the world here. And then I'm going to make myself a sword. And then I'm going to make myself another sword. So when this sword inevitably bites the dust. Then I'm going to kill some zombies. Because we can just chill. What did he drop? Did he drop a bone? Or did he... I don't know what he dropped, but it looked good. We'll kill a few zombies just hanging around. And then we could start shoveling our little pathway. Yeah, I don't love that. I mean, I've got the redstone torches to now start placing that effectively. Yeah, maybe we start placing our redstone torch pathway. Because we can make doors and stuff too. It's a very, very good sign for us. But yeah, what I can really get done at night is work on my stuff and hopefully not die. Maybe I should make like a super safe farm by doing the whole, like, orchard thing where I surround the blocks with, you know, dirt. Or what's it called? Pathways. Maybe I should do that for a certain section of my world. So I really need that cherry log back. If you could just please give it to me, that would be chill. Okay, no. Oh, okay. Oh, scary. Do you see why I want a shield, chat? I feel like moments like that would be a lot less scary if I had a button that could turn it off. Also, there's just a lot of hostile mobs around here. It's not a pleasant place to be chopping down trees. But again, we need to start staying up through the nights, so this is what we're going to be doing. We'll sleep every 3rd night to prevent phantoms. But the nights otherwise, we're staying awake through, and we're hoping for good things from. I have to do a regular check for a creeper. One might spawn at any moment and really ruin my day. But otherwise, it's a chill time. Yeah, I mean, other than like having to look behind my back every second, you know, chopping down trees at night isn't that much worse than doing it in the day. So, yeah, you better not die this stream. I don't want to go back to non-saplings. Yeah, it's made such a quality of life improvement, right? I can't overstate that one. Lovely. Glad to see it. Also, there is a witch. Heck yeah. Want me one of those. So yeah, we're going to try and kill her. Oh. Okay, I'm going to eat first. If I get another potion, that would be perfect. Oh, she was so ready. I hate that they get ready for you. Oh, she really, really, really wants me dead. And I kind of get it. Don't get me wrong. So yeah, I'm very close to dead now, chat. I'm going to lock myself in a little hidey hole now, where outside mobs can't get me. I'm going to make a redstone torch, and I'm just going to start shoveling. I'm not even going to eat food until... Oh, do I have more shovels? I do. I'm not even going to eat food until that is dealt with. Google the bee nest yourself, Toycat. You'll see what we're talking about. Bee nest myself. Bee nest. Bee nests can vary widely depending on the species, ranging from simple underground burrows to complex structures. Ah, you're right. I should have Googled bee nests myself. I have learned a lot from the process. Did I get a potion, by the way? No, that's my existing potion. Oh, I got 2 bottles! Yes! Okay, so the witch is actually incredible. The witch is a source of emeralds and has been this whole time. And if you're going to do this for yourself, that's the real lesson you can take from it all. Just shovel ourselves here. Sit in the corner and then Google bee nest Minecraft wiki. So the Minecraft.wiki says bee nests, natural generation, Bedrock edition unknown, post generation, bee housing. So post generation, oak, birch, or cherry trees grown from saplings that are within 2 blocks. Whereas a mangrove propagule has a 1% chance. So if we go to the Minecraft wiki fandom, it says that oak, birch, or mangrove trees. So it's the old fandom site that's causing the problems, I think. There's a good wiki and there's a bad wiki, and the good wiki has it sorted. Also, yeah, did the new redstone torch not come to Bedrock yet? Nope. I hate to say it. The way that parity is going has made me lose faith in whoever is implementing parity. Like, legitimately, I'm starting to get, what's the phrase? Like, black-pilled. I'm starting to genuinely believe that someone shows up to work every morning. You know, like, there's a whole team of people who work on parity, and they go, oh, you want me to move a model from one game to the other? That's going to be an end of week project. And at the end of the week, their manager's like, hey, just wanted to circle back on this one. And they're like, oh, it's harder than expected. You know, and then they circle back at the end. They're like, well, you know what? I'm starting to really like, there are something, Minecraft is changing parity in all the bad ways, literally like against the wills of the community, while ignoring the low-hanging fruit. And the only way that that can be true is if they're actively, you know, there are staff members working at Mojang who either are like there's a few people being assigned to projects who aren't doing things, or also just got poisoned. Oh yeah, okay, that's good. That's really good. That means there's a witch. So I'm gonna get away from the witch so she stops following me, and stops remembering I'm here. Or I could just use the infinity bow and attack the witch from a distance. I think that is the move. So yeah, I want to get the witch, but I need to get you first because you've got an enchanted bow. Oh. No, how has he attacked me twice while I'm sitting at this range? And then we attack the witch. There we go. Okay, what do we get? What do we get? Redstone, sticks, and glowstone. Glowstone, not that useful. Sticks, kind of useful, I guess. Everything else, a little bit more of a mixed bag, I'd say. So, yeah, do you recommend this? Oh, okay, I'll wait for it to show up on screen. But yeah, I have started to, I feel like, I think it's a good rule for life. Is like, when people demand your attention, you've always got to be like, is this demand a reasonable demand, or is this just someone demanding for the fact that they feeling like they can just, like, like people. A lot of people get really good at, like, taking attention from other people. And, it's if you think about it, it's basically my job, so I can't complain about it too much. But that's why I'm sometimes like, no, I think doing things my way makes more sense. Picking an actual system and sticking to it, rather than being like, nope, the way everyone else. I just got that sensitivity of like, oh, there's people in the stream being like, oh, Toycat's so terrible, because he's ignored this message for 10 seconds, even though I've responded to it. Like, it gets to you, I think that's the weird thing. It's like, even when criticism is broken and illogical, it will still get to you. that's the annoying thing about the world. It's things that shouldn't get to you will get to you. Also, let's finish you off. Maybe get an iron ingot? No iron ingot. So, do you recommend this challenge? I really want to do Superflat Hardcore, and it seems like it's a really low chance for wanting traders to drop buckets. It's not that low of a chance. In my tests, it's about 25%. It's meant to be about 8.5%. So that is pretty disastrously low. But you can kill witches. Oh, but without water, no, you can't actually. No, yeah, you're really boned, and it's crazy, actually, how far we've come. In my mind, we're at the same point we started. But actually, no, I kind of see that we made a lot of progress here. Now that I'm saying it out loud. So yeah, you have to get that milk bucket drop. It's crazy, it's hard, but if you like the idea of doing something hard that is rewarding if you pull it off, yes, this is perfect. If you instead just kind of like pushing it and seeing where it goes and whatever, it might be better as a watch series. But only you can know the answer to those questions yourself. So yeah, chat, I think what we need someone to do is to go on creative on the Bedrock version and test how saplings actually work if the wiki gives mixed results. I might eventually end up with one, or I might not. But yeah, it's day 59. My axe is suspiciously close to dead. Day 59 has come to an end, and it's left me in a lot of mixed emotions. I have gotten to the point now where I can very easily, in fact, let's do it right now. I've gotten to the point where I can trade lots of things with the Wandering Trader, not just his own milk buckets, but wheat and bottles. I think like half of the trades he can offer me, I can get. But I'm waiting for one very particular Wandering Trader trade. But in the meantime, I can actually start using wood to build things and houses, and it's an exciting world that we're coming into. But are you excited? Also, bucket of fish can be purchased. Exactly. That's what I did to buy my water. And so glowstone plus redstone dust equals a lamp. Oh, is that true? Have I now got enough redstone dust to make a lamp? No, I've got enough to make glowstone. Oh, if I use glowstone, I should, right? Even if it's just for the silliness of it. Oh, I messed that up. Hey, yeah. You know what, chat? Should we make a redstone lamp? Do you think that'd be cool? I think it'd be cool. Should we make a redstone lamp? Oh, well, I can make buttons now. And slabs, and we can really start doing some crazy stuff. But also more fun, we can make a redstone lamp. Just because it's easier to, like, re-break once I've done stuff with it. I can use this redstone lamp underneath my bed. And as long as I can keep that powered somehow, I guess with a redstone torch. That's not how that works, huh? Maybe if I put it on this block. Not how that works. Maybe if I put it... You know what? Redstone torches are the most confusing thing in the world to me. Okay, if we put one like there, it would work. But then that would expose another block. How do I power this thing with a redstone torch? I can put a button on it, but the button won't stay on. Maybe if I put the... Okay, if I put the... There? No. What if I put it there? No. What if I put the... What if I put this block over there, and then put the redstone torch on top? That's not how that works. How do redstone torches work? I don't understand. I feel like I understand redstone, and then every time I try to use torches, I'm like, no. I don't get it. I'll never get it. If I place a block there, and then there. But then we can't break it because it's not a copper bulb. Okay, so we've got a redstone lamp. I'll use it solely for flex value right now, because it can't work as a light source. There's some people just don't want to follow the rules. Yeah, I think it's weird because like I'm inclined to not follow rules, but there are some like societal rules where you're like, yeah, the moment you stop following this, literally, you know, you'll be thinking the world's out to get you, but the world's just like, what is this person doing? Like one of the simplest rules is like, oh yeah, if you talk to people and you want them to understand you, it's important that you speak in a language that they understand. If you don't do that, people will not understand you. And other people are like, no, I'm just gonna... You know, you see a lot of people like screaming, just being like, you know what? It doesn't matter what you receive from what I'm saying. I just like that I'm yelling it this way. There's a lot of like basic social rules that people break frequently in the world. And on the internet, I think you see a higher percentage of it. Because again, there's no like reputation system. There's no like, oh, that's Mad Bob, you can just ignore him. That people are worried about having. Because if you become known as Mad Bob on the stream, you go to a different stream where they don't know you as Mad Bob yet. Have my swords been combined together? They have not been. Let's quickly do precisely that. Oh, gotta be quicker. Nice. I don't know how so many zombies ended up down here. But yeah, anyway, chat. We've ended today's stream in a really, really strong position. On everything but food, I would say. Hey, leggings. On everything besides food, I would say we're in a really good, really strong position. And where are we going to go next week? I don't know. But we'll go find out. Thank you very much for watching today's live stream. I hope you did all enjoy it. And in part 6, we'll be going into the dark a lot more. Because gold is coming my way soon. You can trust me on that much. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I mean, I guess I don't need to chase the gold necessarily. But I think I will be. I think if I get rain... You know, I don't know. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, we did have someone called Mad Bob in my town. Oh, same. I had a Mad Bob in my town. And then I remember, like, going up to... I think it was, like, a small village near Leicester. And then, like, you know, they're like, oh, don't worry, that's just Mad Bob on his scooter. And it's like, oh, every town has a Mad Bob. He might be called, like, Mad Steve or something like that. But every town has a Mad Bob. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I've had a very big day today. And, yeah, I've got a video going out in 30 minutes ago. So if you want to go check it out, you can go do that right this moment. In fact, you should go do that right this moment. Vibrant Visuals has just been made the default. Like, we basically have confirmation that it will be 121.90. It's huge. It's crazy. As someone in Leicester checks out, says Caitlin. I'm sorry to hear that you're in Leicester, by the way. Thoughts and prayers. But thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow. No, I'll see you on Friday, probably. And, yeah, as for tomorrow, we don't have... Actually, I have, like, one more video that's, like, ready to go out. And then it's going to be low editing week, so look forward to seeing multi-hour-long videos. Maybe we should play around with the Superflats, though, huh? Yeah.